Broadcasting from various countries around the world using voice over IP technology, this is VoIPon Uncovered, a VoIPon Solutions UK podcast. Representing VoIPon, I'm Kathleen Reed. Today we're happy to have the folks at Sangoma, a leading provider of hardware and software components that enable or enhance IP communication systems for both voice and data, join us again today to bring us up to speed on the latest developments at their company. Joining us today is Bill Wignall, their President and CEO, and Jeff Dworkin, their Director of Marketing. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us. So I'm going to jump right in with the first question. In the last year, Sangoma has undergone a lot of changes. Can you share with VoIPon's listeners what's going on at the company and why the Sangoma channel and end users should be excited about these developments?
Sure, Kathleen, thanks. Well, 2011 is truly a year of reinvention for Sangoma. I came in to take over the reins at Sangoma about 1 year ago, and since then, we've completely rebuilt the executive management team and established an entirely new strategic direction for the company. Even with a reputation for some of the highest quality products in the industry, the company's evolution had slowed, and we had experienced flat sales for a couple of years. The new leadership team has reignited the growth engine, and that's the big change internally at Sangoma. But frankly, customers and partners don't care so much about that. They care about new products, more engineering talent to help support them and their applications. They care about having Sangoma staff closer to them. That's how we're driving these renewed growth initiatives. We're focused on delivering more value to those customers and to our distribution partners around the world. And we've begun to see some results. In just the first 3 quarters together as an executive team, our quarterly sales are up about 30%. We've dramatically expanded our product roadmap. We've launched aggressive new marketing programs and hired key new experienced senior sales executives in the regions closer to our customers. And we have begun expanding our addressable market beyond traditional telephony interface boards into new product categories through both organic initiatives and via selected acquisitions.
Okay, so speaking of acquisitions, recently Sangoma acquired VegaStream, effectively entering the appliance market, which by some had been long awaited and by others might be considered controversial. So how is the channel responding?
One of the fundamental objectives at Sangoma is to do exactly that, diversify beyond the telecom interface boards market, a space in which we've been a dominant player for a number of years. Months ago, our executive team identified the ready-to-deploy appliance market as one of those areas into which we should expand. So you'll see many new appliance-based products from Sangoma over the next year. And that category is where gateways come in. We actually planned to develop our gateway products ourselves. But once we got into the development cycle planning, we decided we needed these products now, not in the year plus that it would take us to build them. So we decided to acquire VegaStream to expand our presence from our legacy market segments, which will remain critical, of course. And VegaStream gives us a bunch of advantages: great products, an office in the UK to better serve our European customers, an expanded distribution network with little overlap to our existing partners. VegaStream was stuck in neutral due to problems with manufacturing and supply chain management, and Sangoma has a history of being really good at these things. We get new customers in a variety of geographic regions, including India and Russia, and we get an excellent team in both engineering and sales. So you can imagine that with those advantages, the response from the channel is overwhelmingly positive. It's increased the options available for delivering on their customers' needs, and it's expanded the addressable market for those partners. Now, when a customer requires an external appliance as part of their solution, Sangoma can deliver. We simply wanted to be able to offer both solutions: internal cards that get inserted into servers and external appliances. It's that simple.
Fantastic. So recently you announced revised pricing on the A500 BRI cards and a firmware update that directly integrates with DADI so that customers with lower density systems can effectively save up to 50% on the price of systems with 4 ports or less. Have you seen a shift to lower density systems in the EMEA? And what other trends have come to light for this market?
Sure, Kathleen. Well, Jeff, why don't you take this one?
Sure. Well, since, as Bill mentioned above, our corporate objective for the coming years, 2012 especially, one of our goals is to build our key business in international markets. So this was done in direct response to sort of better serve the European and generally the entire EMEA market. So we recently hired a UK sales channel manager, and this is one of the first things he sort of brought to the table, is that we weren't really getting the most bang for our buck with our BRI technology. So we made these changes. They had sort of been on the roadmap, but they got crashed and accelerated so that we could better deliver on this very particular segment. Now, it doesn't mean we've really seen a big shift to lower density systems. Again, it was more of just a response to what our channel manager saw, is that we were missing out on any of these lower density solutions and opportunities because we didn't have this direct integration with the daddy driver for Asterisk, and we were creating extra expense by requiring people to have hardware-based echo cancellation on these lower density systems, which really isn't necessary. So again, we lowered the price, we fixed up our driver, and now we're really ready to attack this particular segment. So, and this is really why it's important to have regionally placed salespeople. You know, Steve came in and he really got a sense of what the local market needed, and he helped us turn that into a product and hopefully new opportunity very quickly.
Fantastic. So in terms of the market, where does Sangoma see the telephony market in general heading next?
That's a tough question, Kathleen. You know, Sangoma doesn't really focus on what the next single big thing will be. Our strategy involves selecting multiple product categories that target many of the key trends in our industry. So you'll see us launch products that make use of the cloud and of social networking as just a couple of examples. But if Sangoma had to prognosticate on the year ahead, we'd say that perhaps 2012 will not be a year where we see a single revolutionary new technology, like tablets, for instance, but rather it might be a year of integration or uptake. We feel this way due to the fact that several new technologies have really just emerged recently, and because of the economic uncertainty, especially in Europe. When much financial uncertainty exists, companies and network operators tend to focus more on adopting efficiency improvements rather than on revolutionary technology. So offerings like SIP or VoIP will get more fully integrated into the fabric of business communications. Every business, from the SOHO through the international enterprise, will only be talking about when they will move to these technologies, not if. Newer offerings like the cloud or the tablet usage will move out of the innovations, pilot, and early adopters phase and move into the mainstream of regular business operations. And we fully expect Sangoma to benefit from those trends as well.
Okay, excellent. Well, I want to thank you both for your time today and for bringing VoIPon's listeners up to speed on the latest developments. This has been a VoIPon Uncovered podcast. For more information, please visit www.voipon.co.uk.